So normally I just upload the videos, the footage video, and let the racing do the talking and everything else. Um, there's a beauty in that simplicity, but this last race really needs some context because of this. And yeah, that was the heather assembly falling off of the race car after the muffler incinerated. Um, I can't believe I wasn't black flagged because of it. So there's a little bit of context as to the diagnosis of why that happened. The race prior, we burned a hole in the engine of our good engine, and this was our first race back with a new replacement engine, a stock engine straight out of a bike. And I sure as hell wasn't going to burn it up from a lean condition. So I had the car tuned very rich and, well, too rich. I thought it was just rich on the low end, but it turns out it was extremely rich on the high end as well, because the internals of the muffler, well, incinerated because there was methanol being dumped down the exhaust into the muffler. And we're probably shouting 15-foot sparks out of the muffler. Very dangerous. In fact, a caution was brought out just for me, and I'll leave that in the video. And if you look closely, you can kind of see, in a way, my attitude in the car under yellow of pure confusion. And a little bit of worry because they came over the radio and said, "Number 27, you're throwing hot metal." And he wasn't happy about it on the radio either. I could hear it. So I started to pull up 2 fire extinguishers and whatnot and trying to get my crew's attention and any official that would pay attention to me. Hands were waving and everything, just like, "Hey, what's going on? Am I on fire? Am I black flagged? What's happening?" None of that happened, amazingly, and they really should have black flagged me because I was a danger on the racetrack. But we got going again with like 4 laps to go. That caution was when I was behind the 35 junior car, Dakota Albright. And I even thought about pulling up next to him to be like, "Hey, what's going on with my race car? Like, can you look at it? Because I can't see anything." I knew something was going on because I saw sparks coming up from the right-hand side of the car. And I knew if I could see them from the cockpit, it's way worse than what's actually happening. I never thought it was my heather falling off and my muffler disintegrating. I heard an exhaust leak rather early in the race, but I assumed it was just an exhaust leak. I didn't realize what it was, that I was dragging half of my muffler system around the racetrack. We were eventually disqualified for it after crossing the line second, which sucks, but I'm not too upset about it because I should have been black flagged. I was a danger. In fact, the car behind me, he got injured because of it. Spark or metal or something went into his car and up his helmet and hit his eye. He finished the last 3 laps one-eyed. He said, "I wouldn't." Luckily, he was understanding, and he was cool about the whole situation because I immediately apologized. I never want to hurt anyone or anything like that. I want to beat my competition, but not with James Bond style tactics. So enjoy the video. There's a lot more going on than what the footage actually shows, but I guess that's a reason for me to get more GoPros and mount more.
Oops.
More! Here. More! Hold it!
Stop.
This fucker built it apart.
A little more.
Yeah, dude.
More!
Stop.
Yeah, it was. What it was? It's deep. Yeah. The collector came apart.
Again?
Yeah, the
What
muffler's,
the fuck?
the muffler's coming off. Yeah. What was he? What was he weighing?
961.
Your bracket's completely gone off the muffler.
How much do we weigh? What are we supposed to weigh? 950? No, I
Yeah, I'll
didn't.
take it off.
It wasn't you. It was you.
All right, Larry.
What was that?
I didn't catch fire.
Oh, you
Sorry, is that Noble?
like as close as you can get.
Nearly, but I got a second. It's worth it.
First solid like 3 laps. Get a solid